On October 6, 1982, at 4:30 a.m., a hiker discovered a man's remains close to Natural Bridges State Park in Santa Cruz County. Investigators discovered that someone had been robbing the unidentified man of his life for 41 years. The case remained unsolved until AM Labs entered into a significant collaboration with a developing forensic-grade genome sequencing company. AM is the first private laboratory in North America designed specifically to use forensic and crime scene evidence to create human identification. AM received a DNA extract from the victim's bones from the California Department of Justice, and they are working on cases similar to this one all over North America with great success. AM measured the amount of DNA that was actually present by performing what is known as a suitability analysis on it. AM Labs can examine hundreds of thousands of DNA markers, which facilitates the process of tracing more distant ancestors and retracing one's lineage back to the direct family. In this instance, the victim's family was identified through genealogy. The FBI then became involved, and once they had a suspicion as to who it might be, they were able to confirm that identity through the use of some fingerprinting. After making that crucial connection, law enforcement was able to identify the body that had been known to investigators for so long as John Doe. The public was informed in October 2012 that 28-year-old Rodney's remains were found there. The date of Allen Rumsey. Rodney's birth is May 25, 1954. Sacramento, California was his home. AM Labs Director of Account Management Michael Vaughan stated that while the case involving the unidentified human is still ongoing, they are currently looking into a completely different matter. Decades of family members impale the detectives and have an impact on the community. We celebrated, and it felt great, and now we move on to the next one. Rodney had a tattoo of a skull and a red rose with 3 leaves on his left forearm. The skull featured red around the eye sockets, 3 red-tipped feathers protruding from the head, and black braids. Santa Cruz Police spokeswoman Lieutenant Karina China. Authorities said that although there is still much work to be done, they will make an effort to get in touch with Rumsey's family. In Fontana, California, a city nestled within San Bernardino County, boasting a population of over 215,000 residents. This city is renowned for its steel mill and the California Speedway, offering not only an industrial landscape, but also a variety of parks and recreational activities for its inhabitants to enjoy. However, beneath its seemingly ordinary facade, Fontana holds a chilling secret, one that unraveled with the mysterious disappearance and murder of a man in 1988. On the morning of June 8, 1988, Angel Martinez, a 27-year-old man, awoke before the sun had even graced the horizon. His day began like any other, as the dedicated owner of Arrowwood Apartments in Fontana. Angel's responsibilities included collecting rent from his tenants, and on that fateful morning, he gathered a bundle of cash rent money, ready to carry out this routine task. Little did Angel know that this seemingly ordinary transaction would be the last of his life. As the day progressed, Martinez inexplicably vanished, leaving behind a community in shock and distress. The kind-hearted owner of Arrowwood Apartments had disappeared without a trace. His wife reported his sudden absence, and a frantic search began immediately, with friends, family, and authorities alike eager to discover his whereabouts. The mystery deepened when on June 17, 1988, Angel Martinez's abandoned car was found in the parking lot of a Duarte bowling alley. This discovery only raised more questions, as there was no sign of Angel, and his car yielded little in the way of evidence. 3 days later, in the desolate expanse of the Arizona desert, a grim revelation was made. A lifeless body, buried in a shallow grave, was unearthed and identified as Angel Martinez. However, the scant evidence found at the scene and in his car offered few leads. Investigators faced a perplexing puzzle, with foreign DNA on Angel's clothing being one of the few tangible pieces of evidence. It became increasingly apparent that this heinous crime was likely an inside job, but the identity of the mastermind and their accomplices remained shrouded in uncertainty. Determined to unravel the truth, Fontana Police Department Detective Catherine Clark devoted herself to the case, knowing that justice must be served, no matter how long it took. With unwavering dedication, Detective Clark delved into the enigma surrounding Angel Martinez's disappearance and murder. Through exhaustive interviews with Martinez's neighbors and colleagues, a mosaic of the events of that ominous day began to take shape. It was revealed that Angel had scheduled appointments with several individuals, none of whom he met, as he inexplicably vanished. Beyond this, investigators struggled to glean further insights, and the case eventually went cold, haunting them for 35 long years. Yet their determination persisted. After meticulously reviewing evidence and conducting numerous forensic tests, a breakthrough finally occurred on March 1, 2023. The Fontana Police Department filed murder charges against Kelvin Keith Emmons, a 63-year-old man whose DNA matched the foreign DNA discovered on Angel Martinez's clothing. An arrest warrant was issued, igniting a spark of hope in the prolonged quest for justice. On March 5, 2023, in a determined pursuit of justice, law enforcement officers traveled to Wisconsin, where Emmons resided. With the assistance of the DePere Police Department, the moment that had eluded them for decades finally arrived. Kelvin Keith Emmons was apprehended, marking the end of years of anguish and uncertainty for Angel Martinez's grieving family. Emmons now awaits extradition to San Bernardino County, where he will stand trial for the murder of Angel Martinez. The resolution of this cold case stands as a testament to the tireless dedication of law enforcement officers and investigators in their relentless pursuit of justice for victims and their families. Fontana Police Chief Michael Dorsey lauded the unwavering efforts of all those involved in cracking this case, from the cold case detectives to the district attorney investigators. In a heartfelt statement, he expressed his gratitude for their relentless commitment to bringing justice to the Martinez family. This case serves as an inspirational reminder that one should never give up on unsolved cases, even when decades have passed since the crime occurred. The Fontana Police Department shared this sentiment on their Facebook page, emphasizing that justice can still be achieved, regardless of how much time has elapsed. The story of Angel Martinez's murder, the perseverance of those seeking the truth, and the eventual resolution of this chilling case exemplify the enduring pursuit of justice in our society. On Sunday, November 15, 2015, a family living on Farley Lane near Lillian in Baldwin County, Alabama, made an unexpected and shocking discovery on their road. Authorities discovered a vehicle with Devin Deshawn Kennedy of Pensacola, Florida, still inside it. She had been fatally shot by law enforcement. Baldwin County Sheriff's Office conducted its investigation and identified some persons of interest. However, Lieutenant Andrew Ashton from their office informed us there was no concrete evidence supporting them and no potential link between any one person and another, and justice being served at that moment. However, this wasn't sufficient evidence against them being any sort of suspects in any capacity. On April 19, 2023, 32-year-old Dakota Darnell Herring was arrested for stealing Daza's life and was brought before a judge for trial on April 21, 2023. At this hearing, he informed them he had served 7 years in a federal firearms prison sentence and therefore would now need to make court appearances to face his accusations. Herring had just completed serving his prison sentence when Baldwin County investigators identified him as their primary suspect, according to Lieutenant Andrew Ashton. As soon as his term ended, Herring was released. At that time, Escambia County held him for any charges they might be facing against him, and he was shuttled between Escambia County and Escambia County while we awaited for Escambia County to address any issues related to whatever charges it had against him in order to release him to Alabama. Daza and Herring may have known each other, which was likely the reason behind their robbery attempt. Further evidence points towards another location for shooting to have taken place. Lieutenant Ashton served as chief investigator on this case during 2015. Being able to bring news of this arrest and release it to family of the victim was truly fulfilling and gave me immense satisfaction. Since this case had been in limbo, I believe there was some relief and hope that as time goes on, more details will surface. We are happy with what information is currently available about Dakota, and I'm glad we are taking steps forward with our investigation. Ashton mentioned that at Dakota Herring's bond hearing, District Judge Bill Scully set bond at $150,000 in order to satisfy his release conditions. Should an offer of bond be posted for Dakota Herring, it must include wearing a GPS and not leaving the country.